This is a cautionary tale for anyone who is out in the dating world. Leticia Martinez Cosman, 58 years old, disappeared on March 31st, 2023. Leticia is a mother to a 24-year-old and the owner of a coffee shop by the name of caferozella in Seattle, Washington. She was last seen at a Mariners game with her date, Brett Gitchel. Leticia met Brett on or around March 19, 2023 at the Costco in Seattle. The two exchanged phone numbers. Leticia's friend has stated that Brett mentioned he did not have any money but was hungry. Leticia bought him a Costco hot dog for lunch. Leticia, a huge Mariners fan, attended a game on March 31st, 2023 with Brett. This was documented by a photo Leticia sent to a friend. Per court records, there's footage of Leticia and Brett leaving T-Mobile Park together. The next morning on April 1st, Leticia's friend received a text from Leticia's phone. The message said she was leaving the game the night before. She met up with an old boyfriend and ended up with him all night. April 1st, two text messages were sent around 6:30 p.m., one to a friend stating she was babysitting and the other to the individual she planned to babysit and canceled the plan. At 11:57 p.m., Brett is seen on video walking to the front of Leticia's home. He was alone, no sign of Leticia. This was almost 14 hours after they were seen leaving the game. Before I go any further, I'd like to add a disclaimer. I am not going to release the image or name of Leticia's son. He deserves privacy. I'm also adding a disclaimer in regards to the information I'll release in the next section. The information may be graphic. If you may be triggered by death, suffocation, kidnapping, amongst a few other things, you may want to close the video now. On April 2nd, around 2 a.m., Leticia's son woke up to the sounds of someone knocking on his bedroom door. When he opened the door, he did not recognize the individual. Her son was told that Leticia had been hurt in a fall and the individual needed to take him to the hospital to be with her. Leticia's son left his home with this individual. They drove around for a few hours. The individual parked the vehicle and tried putting a bag over Leticia's son's head to suffocate him. He then used his forearm when the bag did not work. Leticia's son fought back and was able to escape. The individual drove off. This was captured on 911 audio calls. Let's listen to a snippet of this call.
I was in a close yard, and I thought he was going to kidnap me, and I don't know, he got in his car and he took off.
Leticia's son was not able to identify Brett, but Brett's cell phone activity does put him in the area. At 6 a.m., Brett is seen on surveillance video buying a gas canister. He leaves the gas station, he returns to buy a lighter and fill the canister. This had to be minutes of him leaving and returning because at 6:39 a.m., Leticia's Honda is found burning on the side of the road. Leticia was not found in the car, but court documents do state it appears the fire was set intentionally on the passenger side of the vehicle. It is reported that Brett's cell phone pinged near the area of the burning Honda. Later in the day, on April 2nd, Leticia's brother reported her missing. April 4th, the Costco, where Leticia and Brett first met, filed a police report for theft of $10,000 worth of jewelry. Surveillance video showed the license plate of the car. The car was traced back to Brett. Brett was taken into custody on April 5th. It's reported he had numerous visible injuries to his body. He had cuts and scrapes on his hands, face, arms, and body. He also had bruises. Authorities asked Brett if he attended any concerts or events within the last week. He said no. He had a wristband from the Mariners game on his wrist when arrested. He tried to deny knowing Leticia until he was shown the picture from the game. He admitted he did attend the game with her and received the bracelet when they went to the Diamond Club. He then told authorities that he did not know where Leticia is because she left him with another man. On April 11th, Authorities, with the help of cadaver dogs, found remains. It's reported these are the remains of Leticia, but there's no obvious sign of the cause of death. The medical examiner's office has since announced her cause of death is strangulation. Authorities were able to use Brett's phone tracking data to find Leticia. Brett is currently in King County Jail on charges of second-degree murder, torching her car, attempted murder, and $10,000 worth of jewelry from Costco. He pleaded not guilty to these charges on April 24th. Looking at the last picture Leticia sent her friend, she looked extremely happy, and to know hours later she'd lose her life. This is a sad ending for her, her family, and friends. Before I end this video, I'd like to point out that many of the web sleuths were able to put Brett at the scene of possible home invasion. Footage was released a few days before Leticia's disappearance. Web sleuths were able to match the video to Brett and alerted authorities. Have you been following this story? What are your thoughts? Leave a comment and let's discuss. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.